let's do the qualitative analysis of the company. So does the company have an identifiable consumer monopoly? Yes. We saw that company has a strong brand recall. Brands like Lux Cozy, Lux Venus are well-known brands among the households, among the people. Companies commanding around 15% of the organized market shares. And GST should help to increase the company's market share going ahead. So yes, we can say that the company has the strong identifiable consumer monopoly. Do you understand how it works? Yes, it's it is a very simple and easy to understand the business. Company deals in the men and women garments, socks, thermals. So we understand how the company works, what are its products and services are. What are the chances that company will get obsolete or replaced in the next 20 years? Don't think so. Company has, operating history for last 30 to 40 years. It has been run by the second generation promoters and the third generation promoters are already in place. Succession plan is already in place. The main garments, women garments, the main innerwear, women innerwear, socks, these are the bare necessities. And people will be required to purchase these products irrespective of the economic cycle. Whether the economic cycle is in uptrend or downtrend doesn't matter actually. So definitely company should be able to sustain for next 20 years or maybe many more actually. Does the company have consistent operating history? Yes, we saw that. Is the company a conglomerate? No. But company is having a good amount of share in the space that it is operating. And it is going to increase its shares because of its revenue, because of its ad spends, because of GST, because of its strong recall. Financial performance. What is the company's earning per share in this history? It is a strong? Yes. We saw the net profit of the company are increasing and the CAGR plus the margin of the company are increasing year on year. Is company outpacing sales growth with profit growth? Yes. We saw company's sales growth is 10% CAGR for last 9 years, but operating profit growth is 22%, 26%, and the net profit growth is around 35%. Is company consistently earning a high return on shareholders' equity? Essentially, what is the ROE of the company? And we saw that 20% ROE of the company is a very good number. It's an exceptional number. So, is the company loaded with debt? No. The debt to equity of the company is hardly 0.11, which is like, negligible debt, almost zero debt company. Does the company have to spend high percent of retained earnings to maintain its current operations? Is it a capex heavy? Again, the answer is no. Are retained earnings free to be invested in new business or used to repurchase the company shares? Yes, the company is having again good dividend history. Company is paying a decent dividend, and definitely company is reinvesting into the business. So yes, the answer is yes. Company is free to adjust price for inflation. It essentially means that does the company have a pricing power? Now, since the company operates into the economy, mid-economy, and premium segment, for the economy and mid-economy segment, the company doesn't have the pricing power. But premium segment, as and when the company is able to grow its revenue share from the premium segment, the operating margins will be increasing. So as such, 80% of the revenue comes from economy and mid-economy segment. So it doesn't have pricing power, but it will increase going ahead as a part of the premiumization of the product, as a part of better product mix in the revenue of the company. Is the company's stock price suffering from market panic, business recession? So yes, in March 20, in March 20 last year, because of the lockdown, the Q1 was a washout, and then the company's price suffered a lot. But then it is able to recover, and it is almost increased twice from the March 20 low. So the answer is no. Company's current price is slightly overvalued. It is not suffering from any market panic or business recession on today's date. Yes, it suffered in the Q1 of the March 20 because of the coronavirus pandemic, because of the lockdown that government imposed to contain the threat of this pandemic. Management tenants. Is management rational? Is management candid with its shareholders? We believe so. Friends, if we want to judge the management quality, always listen to the investor presentation, or always listen to the investor conference that company arranges, as a part of its quarterly results or as a part of its annual results. Similarly, always look at the annual report of the company. Annual report gives a good visibility, good understanding on what the management is thinking about the current prospect of the company. What are the future prospects of the company? What are the growth levers for the company? The management which are transparent and honest and candid, they upfront disclose the challenges that companies facing, the near-term challenges and the long-term challenges, and what are its mitigation plans to overcome those challenges. So if you understand the management quality of the company, go through these, the annual reports of the company. Try to compare the annual reports, latest annual reports with the previous annual reports to see if the management is walking its talk. Try to join the investor conference calls that company is conducting as a part of its annual as well as the quarterly review meetings, quarterly results announcement. This gives a very good, understanding on the quality of the management. For Lux Industries, we feel that management is rational, management is candid with its shareholders. So we don't see any issue on the quality of the management. Any legal issues? Don't. We have not come across, any legal issues. So now let's talk about the summary. Innerwear is a largely necessity-based product. Demand in the economic price range of innerwear products remained buoyant despite of the outbreak of COVID-19 because the company caters to the products which are necessity products. Internet penetration and urbanization will be the future key growth levers for the company. Increase in market share from the premium and super premium segment will further drive the top line as well as bottom line of the company. Similarly, opening of the more and more EBO, exclusive business outlets, will support the revenue growth and profit growth going ahead. So, friends, we analyze the fundamentals of the company. We saw the financials of the company. We also saw the return ratios of the company, and we feel that the company is a good company. The company is a worth investment consideration company. But then, at current market price, is it a worth investment? Is that what we need to see? Stock has almost doubled in last 1 year, as I stated earlier. Current PE of 31 is close to the 5-year median PE of 30. So, can it be purchased at a significant discount to its current market value? At current market price, it seems to be little overvalued. Correction of around 10 to 15% can make the stock fairly valued. So the current P is around 30. If the P drops to around 25, if the price corrects to the level of around 1700, then we think that this could be a good bargain for the long-term investors. If the investor wants to enter at the current price, then they should stagger their investments over a period. They should not invest all their money, all their allocated money for this stock at one go. So, as I said, stock can be regulated at regular intervals and during dips for the longer term horizon. Minimum 3 years, longer the better. The timing of the market is not important. The time in the market is important. The more long you stay in the market, there are chances that your growth will increase exponentially. And as I stated earlier, this is not a buy or sell recommendation. You need to do your own research. You need to do your own research before taking any buy or sell decisions. With that, we conclude the presentation on the Lux Industries. Friends, let us know your comment about this video and happy investing. Have a good day. Bye.